Thank you, John, for teaching me so much. I remember the first day I showed up to the job and Academy was crazy. And I don't know if I would have done it without you, so I'm going to miss you like crazy. It was a lot of fun times, a lot of trying times, but it was a lot of fun altogether, and I'm going to miss you. I like to think that I'm not the senior officer, but I guess I'm getting there. But thank you very much for everything that you taught me.
Tango thing?
I don't know what you're talking about. Tango.
Tango 1, Tango 9, this, that, the other thing.
All right, here's the deal, folks. The bottom line is, when I was pulled out of courts and put into transport, I was told that Johnny B knew everything. And he did. He did. And he taught me a lot. He taught me what Mark knew. He told me what he knew. And, well, Erica came on board. And then Harkins, he would love to be here, but he's down south. But this is what I learned. What I learned was, this is how it works. One mission a day. You tell them, this is how it works. They don't tell you. When you go somewhere, you refuse them. So you don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. When you get into the courts, I'm transports.
Basic Johnny B.
I'm transports. I'm not the courts.
What's going on?
That's the big deal, how it all works. But I will tell you this, if Johnny B said something, it's set right in your head. Well, water. So,
Buttons.
buttons, all that good stuff, right? And where are we at right now? Nobody get offended. We are at Camden by the Sea. You know, that's just the way it is. I learned so much from him. And Johnny, I'll never forget it.
Thank you, Scott. John taught me assertiveness.
I still got some more beer to drink.
One positive thing that's concluded. And now to finish off, we have a special guest, John's favorite past supervisor, his most favorite supervisor he ever had, would like to present John with his 25-year service award.
Hold on,
So
label out.
if you give us a
Always have to
second,
label out.
I'll go get him. So just give us 1 second.
Okay, I'll hold on to that for you. I don't know what you're doing, but which is fine. But I'll tell you. Don't ask him to drive anything but the van, because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? It is what it is. This is James right over there. Brother in love. You know what I'm saying? But Johnny, Van Halen does rock. And we were there for the concert. You, Barrett, me, and Tommy. Was that awesome or what?
That was, yes.
Right after the AC/DC concert, best night of my life. 2 nights, like there's no tomorrow. I don't know what this is all going to be about.
Excuse me. Have your attention, please. My name is former Captain Tommy Rigland of the Cape May County Sheriff's Office, and I am privileged tonight to be here. Take this opportunity to thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. Anyone not familiar with me, I wouldn't worry about it. It must not be that important to begin with. Let's get right down to it. I can't tell you how honored I was to be asked to come out here from West Virginia, since where I live, to the East Coast, to pay tribute to my most favorite sheriff's officer that ever had the privilege of serving under me. I can't tell you how saddened I was the time I made it out here to the East Coast to hear that Paul Shelton's party was about a year ago. Nevertheless, I'm honored to say that I'm here to honor my second most favorite sheriff's officer that ever had the privilege of serving under me. And that would be Officer John Ball.
And he meant under.
Balzaconis. John. Where are you, John?
Non-cool
Listen for your name, John. John! There he is. John, you are my most favorite sheriff's officer. I have the privilege to serve under me. What can I say about you? Let me think. I think I could honestly say, John, in my tenure as your supervisor, I don't think I saw one piece of paper come by my desk with your name on it. Whether it's an arrest report or an internal affairs complaint. Now, some may say,
Nothing but refusals.
you certainly ain't an arsonist because you didn't set the world on fire. But John, as a supervisor, I had a different take on that. You kept your nose clean and you kept your boss happy. And let anyone without an open solitaire game pass the first card. So, actually, now that I think of it, John, I do remember you. You were a giggler. You sat in holding, had your little minions telling jokes, and like you're some kind of Fonzarelli or something. But anyway, I think we'll get down to it. I got a plaque for you, John. It's an important plaque. Every one of us has gotten it. You deserve it. But before I do give you that plaque, if you excuse me 1 minute. John, in my retirement, I've become somewhat of a poet. I think I'm going to do an impromptu song for you now, off the cuff, Johnny on the spot, not unlike yourself. Impromptu song. It's not a song. I'm not going to sing it. It's going to rhyme, so pay attention. I'll sing it to you and have your award.
Want to drink first?
Get that. Gathered one, gathered all, to honor old Johnny Balls. He wasn't the best, he ain't the worst, and all that worked with him swore they were cursed. Now that just sounds a little too harsh. It ain't like he ever rolled a company car in the marsh. But that could be as his partners would have squealed to you. Most of the time, Johnny's never behind the wheel. He mentored quite a few young officers from that co-pilot seat as he transported all kinds of people, villains and creeps. He imparted in our officers a unique wisdom as he milked the government system. So now I think, John, I'll leave you with the best piece of advice that John ever gave us, and we'll be on our way. Rush is the greatest band ever, and Van Halen is just okay. John, thank you. Congratulations. On behalf of the Sheriff's Office, I'd like to present you with this award.
Who loves you, brother? Come on. Come on.
Congratulations. Let's see.
You spelled my name wrong. Other than that, it looks
Yeah,
good.
you've been spelling it wrong for 35 years.
Yeah, Tom, where's this horse?
We love you, brother.
I love you too. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And I want to thank my wife for putting this together, and Mo, the work that you guys put into this. I really appreciate it. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
You want a picture?
Hey, Johnny, go fuck yourself.
Oh man.
Sorry, buddy.